I never wore Yeezys that subscribe. Every week is fashion week for me.
Aisha Kandisha is often depicted as a beautiful woman with long hair, and her legs however are hoofs of an animal, like cows or camels, depending on the version of the story. This evil entity is renowned for using her beauty to seduce men and lure them back to her lair, and after she's done with them she would ruthlessly devour them. She's sometimes described as a hitchhiker trying to get her hands on a clueless victim foolish enough to pick her up. Several professional drivers claim to have encountered her on the side of the road, especially on the northern parts of the country. According to some sources, Aisha was a real historic figure, a noblewoman from Iberia. During the Reconquista she was called Aisha, a Contessa or Countess Aisha, hence the derivation. The legend says that the Portuguese killed her husband and her family, and her grief turned her into a serial killer. So how did Aisha Kandisha come to be? During the wars and the takeovers of Morocco's past, soldiers of all kinds tore through this small country. A woman named Aisha Kandisha, a resistance fighter, helped fight these men. She seduced the soldiers one by one and killed them. She killed so many men everyone began to talk about her. The soldiers began to fear her. The locals thought she had superpowers. She killed so many soldiers they thought she wasn't human. The people of Morocco credit Aisha for taking back the country and getting rid of the invaders. Aisha was not a demon, witch or monster. She was an activist, a resistance fighter who fought for her country and embodied strength and intelligence. It is written and said that this alluring female jinn lives mostly in the riverbeds and appear in the men's dreams, trying to seduce them and bring them problems. Sometimes, she looks like an amazing woman with the legs of goat, and sometimes like a fierce monster and chaos creator. Some people in Morocco think that this water jinn is actually the emanation of Moroccan Contessa El Jadida that fought Portuguese during the conquering period, seducing soldiers and protecting the land. She was brutally killed, but her brave spirit found a way back to make a revenge and take the souls of men. There are people who strongly believe that once when the soul is captured by this demon, it is late to get it back and save it. Usually, the men are suffering being seduced, possessed, and brutally abused by this thrilling river jinn. Even there are many rituals created as countermeasure and process for saving the soul from Aisha Kandisha, the hunter and healer at the same time. It is believed that if you look long enough in the river, you will see her and she will come to speak to you. We saw her around 2 in the morning, wearing a white robe, and her hair was red on the road linking the cities of Agadir and Essaring, says Naima, one of the Atlas 05 players. Me, the bus driver and the team leader, Mohammed, stopped at a distance from where we saw her and kept wondering, who is this person that made us have fear and terror run through our entire bodies? Of Naima added. My eyes met hers after she turned towards us and turned back very quickly. I do not believe that she is a fairy, but I have a feeling that she is not human. The legend says that Aisha Kandisha has its own way of attracting its victims, especially when it enjoys killing them and mastering the method of torture, and then feeds on the meat and blood of their bodies.